What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol AMC for AMC Entertainment, of course. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, we'll start by talking about the daily time frame. What you'll notice is that quite simply, we're in a period of tightening. We are not getting range expansion. I really did think that earnings would have produced a little bit more volatility, especially being an excuse for people to quote-unquote pump the stock, sort of shill it to their friends and family and say, oh, earnings is coming out, it's going to be great, this thing is going to go to the moon. But in all actuality, the stock was relatively flat over the past couple of days. So if we take a look at the 30-minute time frame, what you'll notice is that, well, I guess a couple of things. The first thing I would point out, I suppose before I get ahead of myself, is this sort of inverted head and shoulders-ish type pattern with the neckline being right at and around $40, and it's in between 40.25 and 40.50. It depends on how you split the hairs here. So I would just call it here 40.44, 40.50. Use that as the breakout point. If it does go, note that there's some room to run overhead. There's pretty poor structure in this section of the chart here. So the target would just simply be the top end of the resistance trend line from the symmetrical triangle, right? We talked about that from the daily. That would be right here. And we also have a horizontal area at 44. If we zoom in, you'll see that that's certainly coming from prior support, then resistance and resistance in here as well. And again, that's really going to stem from if this inverted head and shoulders truly does play out to the upside. Those are the upside targets to watch out for. Now, to the downside, if we break down underneath this level right here, call it 39 bucks even, then basically what you would look out for is a larger downdraft into the support trend line. It's very simple. At this point in time, because we're almost smack in the middle of the range being defined as not only this, but the symmetrical triangle as well, because we're right here, obviously upside brings us to the resistance trend line and downside brings us to the support trend line. So I wouldn't really place too much emphasis on this 38. Maybe it's a little pit stop before ultimately rotating down towards about 36. And that's going to depend on time of week. But as I just sort of mentioned, these are really the targets. It's the support trend line and the resistance trend line. And then really, if either of those goes, that's where a larger directional move could develop. So, maybe something like this happens after we firmly resolve that resistance trend line to the upside. But as of right now, because we're still in the symmetrical triangle, we're just waiting to see if we get back to the top or back down towards the bottom. It's really going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.